Welcome back, everyone, to OpenLine. Talking about getting guns off the street. We have with us two Metro Police officers, alternative policing strategies with the Office of Alternative Policing Strategies. And I'm just going to go back to the phones. We have a couple calls here. Let's go to Ernest. Hello, Ernest.
Yes.
Go right ahead.
Okay. Here is the question. All right. I am a licensed gun permit carrier, and I am very aware of guns being stolen from automobiles. The key is to, if you're going to leave your gun in your automobile, you need to lock your automobile. If you have an alarm system, you need to make sure that alarm system is activated, and also put that gun in a lockbox, put it in the trunk, and change that lockbox to the car. That way, they can't take that lockbox with the gun in it because it's changed to the car.
Right.
Another thing, I'm not going to let them steal my gun. I'm not going to let them steal my car. Because even though my car is sitting in the driveway, it's not going to start for you, even if you do have a key.
Right.
Because it is disarmed. There's no way you can get this car, not unless you get a tow truck and pick it up and take it out.
So you sound frustrated with people letting their guns get stolen.
I'm very frustrated with all the shooting on the interstates and the street. I am very concerned about this. We stay up late at night, and of course we watch our cameras. And of course my wife stays up late working. And of course one night she looked out the window about 10:30 one night, and it was about 5 or 6 kids running up and down our street into our neighbors' driveways, pulling on their door handles. We watching all this. I was getting ready to take a bath, and of course, at the time that she told me about this, I came to the window. I looked out. I seen them. I went back to my bedroom to get my pants, and then of course, she was telling me, Ernest, they are in our driveway pulling on your door handles now because our motion light came on.
That's terrible. And now, all right, bottom line, he's frustrated people stealing guns.
And we need more responsible gun owners like Ernest there.
Thank you. Yeah, that's exactly right. Don't let them do it. Be a responsible gun owner. We don't have a ton of time left. I want to talk about the Partners in Care program. Again, all right, so you're with the Office of Alternative Policing Strategies. Partners in Care, we've talked about it on this show, but tell us about it again.
Well, just really quickly, like when I first came on the police department in 1993, if we had somebody suffering from a behavioral health crisis, you know, there wasn't a lot of options. There wasn't a lot of tools on the tool belt back then. We might have to take you to jail because there wasn't a safe place to go. You know, and there's a lot more resources today than we've ever had before. What this program is, it's really where and it's called Partners in Care for a reason. We partner with the mayor's office, mental health co-op, public health, Department of Emergency Communications, EMS and Fire, and of course Mental Health Cooperative, who's our primary partner as far as staffing this. So we have a clinician in the car with a person that's been an officer who's been trained in crisis intervention, and we have a new call triage system where we can make sure those officers and that team is getting those calls for service that's going to really respond to the people having a behavioral health crisis. And we have a clinician in the car that can evaluate those people very quickly and try to divert them away from the criminal justice system. Because if you truly are suffering from a psychosis or a severe mental illness, a DSM-5 diagnosis, you know, jail may not be the place for you. We might need to get you in care. And the hope is that we get you the care you need so you don't fall back in crisis in the future, and have a case management program ready and get them connected to care. You know, we want to get people better access to care, divert them away from the criminal justice system, and then improve safety for everybody involved.
Because police officers are the first people called out to everything. And so they're responding, and often it's happened, a family member's calling, they don't know what to do, and that's a tough situation all around. So how has this program been going?
been going great. I mean, it's a pilot. We're in 2 precincts right now. We're at North Precinct on A and B detail, or first and second shift, and we're also in Hermitage in first and second shift. I think right now we've had over 1,000 specific CIT calls, or crisis intervention calls, for service. We've gotten the majority of those people help and get them to the care that they need. I think less than 4% have resulted in arrest, and that's one of our goals in our program. We've seen a very small amount of people that have been injured, including officers. So we're trying to improve that safety aspect. So as of right now, and it's still early, we launched on June 28th. We're hoping to be able to expand in late May to Central Precinct, and then later on in the year, hopefully in South Precinct, to meet the need. So it's been going very well. We have a stakeholders council that we've been giving our results to. We've hired 2 epidemiologists over at the Department of Health who has data share agreements with all the different partners, so we can find out, are we hitting the marks that we want to hit, keeping the stats we want to keep. We want to be data driven. We have a third party. We're going to hire a third party evaluator through the Department of Public Health to see, are we doing what we want to do? Are we being data driven? Are we helping the folks in meeting those goals that we want to meet?
Is this something that you're seeing in other cities? Are other cities doing this?
Yes, so there are. We modeled ours off of Denver. There's some people that do a cahoots model, where you just have social workers paired up with EMTs, and that's called a cahoots model. There's room for that model here. The difference in the programs is our program deals with people with higher level of acuity, just people that are more sick, and maybe they're more aggressive and possibly armed, where the other program really doesn't deal with this. A lot of cities have both, and I think that's where we're gearing up towards, is possibly having both, because there's different populations that we're trying to reach. So yes, there are different cities that are doing this and done it successfully.
We have a minute left. What do you want people to take away from the gun program, from what you're doing here with churches?
So we just want people to know that the gun retrieval program, like we said at the beginning of the show, that we're trying to reach as many as families and the parents and grandparents and foster parents and anybody that's out there interacting with young people. We want to try to have an impact on our youth. I always say youth are the future. You hear that all the time, but what does that actually mean? Well, the young people that are in their teens now, they will be leading the country and everything else, in the future. So to try to make sure these kids stay safe, alive, out of jail. This is just one program. I always tell people this is not the only way to try to reduce the gun violence. It's just a way. There's several different programs and other units on the Metro Nashville Police Department that's out there, but that's doing great things. But this is just one strategy that we're trying to use to try to help drive those numbers down.
It's great to see you in 9 churches. Great that you've already gotten guns off the street. All right, we'll take a break. Come back, wrap everything up right after this.